Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the class of Shar al-Aqaid Nasafiyya, the book which written by the great scholar Al-Imam Sa'aduddin Taftazani. And I hope you are doing well today, isn't it? Okay. In last class, we discussed the topic Al-Ajal. And today, we will cover the topic Mabahasul Rizq, the sustenance. And before getting to the class, let me ask you one question. One question. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. I have a friend whose name is Ahmad. He's working in bank for 10 years. And he's having a luxurious life, having dresses, wirings, and others from the money which get from bank, which is basically from riba, which is haram. So, dears, my question is, what's your opinion on Ahmad who's having a life from haram? Isn't rizq from Allah? Isn't there sustenance from Allah? Yes. So this is our chapter, Al-Haramu Rizqun. That which the forbidden things is also the sustenance. And in this discussion, there are two types of scholars. The scholars of Ahlul Sunnah, those who argue Al-Haramu Rizqun, and the another one, the scholars of Mu'tazila, those who stands for Al-Haram Laysa Birizqin. Got it? Okay. And today we will cover three areas in this discussion. Firstly, the definition of rizq, and secondly, the contradiction in this definition, and finally, the basis of all this discussion and all these different opinions. Okay. And the author Imam Taftazani firstly brings in this discussion the definition of rizq. What is rizq? What's the sustenance? And as we said, there are two types of scholars. The scholars of Ahl Sunnah and Mu'tazila. And looking to the perspective of Ahl Sunnah, they bring two definitions for rizq. Ta'rifani. And the first one is, Ar-rizqu huwa ismul lima yasuqullahu ta'ala ila al-haywani fayukulu. The rizq is a term that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends the way of the animal, and so he consume it. It's the first one. And the second one is ar-rizqu huwa ma yata'adha bi'il haywan. The rizq is a thing that which the animal derives nourishment from. And these two things are the definition which given by Ahlul Sunnah. And here the author Imam Taftazani made a first priority for the first definition. What's the first definition? Ismul lima yasuqullahu ta'ala ila al-haywani fayukulu. Because we can see in this first definition ilafatu ila Allah ta'ala, an attributing of this to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the author made a first priority for the first definition than the second one. Clear? It's all about Ahlul Sunnah. And looking to the perspective of Mu'tazila, here they also bring two definitions for rizq. And the first one, Ar-rizqu huwa mamlukun ya'kuluhul malik. The rizq is a thing that's owned or possessed by someone, and the possessor eats from it. It's the first one. And the second one is Ar-rizqu huwa ma la yumna'u min al-intifa'i bihi. The rizq is a thing which cannot be prevented, benefiting from it or using it. And we get from these two definitions that these two definitions only involve halalun faqat. Okay? Okay. So, when I read these two definitions of Mu'tazila, do you guys got any confusion or any contradiction in the definition of Mu'tazila? No. Oh my God. So, there are some contradiction in the definition of Mu'tazila. I'tiralatun fi ta'rif al-Mu'tazila. And here I point out two contradictions in the definition of Mu'tazila. Two things. And the first one is alal awwal, which means according to the first definition which given by Mu'tazila. What's the first definition? Mamlukun ya'kuluhul malik. So according to the first definition which given by Mu'tazila, Allah yakuna ma ya'kuluhu dawab rizqan. The food which eaten by the animal, we can say it's not rizq. It's not sustenance. It's the first contradiction. And the second contradiction is alal wajhin, which means according to the both definition which given by Mu'tazila, anna man akala al-harama tula umrihi lam yarzuqullahu ta'ala. The one who ate the haram all of his life, we can say the razik, the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't didn't give him any risk, any sustenance. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. So these two things are the contradiction in the definition of Mu'tazila. Got it? Clear? Wale? Okay. So now take a look to your text, please. Wal haram rizqun. It's about Ahl Sunnah. لأن الرزق اسم لما يسوق الله تعالى إلى الحيوان فيأكله وهذا أولى من تفسيره بما يتغذى به الحيوان. And looking to the perspective of Mu'tazila, وَإِنْدَ الْمُعْتَزِلَةِ الْحَرَامُ لَيْسَ بِرِزْقٍ لِأَنَّهُمْ فَسَّرُوهُ تَارَةً بِمَمْلُوكٍ يَأْكُلُهُ الْمَالِكُ وَتَارَةً بِمَا لَا يُمْنَعُ مِنَ الْإِنْتِفَاعِ بِهِ. Clear? Okay. Now let's move on to the another area of discussion, and it's مَبْنَ الْإِخْتِلَافِ. What's the basis of all this discussion and all these different opinions? What's the basis? And here I point out two basic theories, Asilani, two basic theories in the matter of rizq. And the first one is Wajibun alayna ayulifa rizqa ila Allah ta'ala. We are compelled to attributing of rizq to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the second one, Man akal al harama yudammu wa yu'aqabu. The one who ate the haram, the forbidden food all of his life, he should be blamed and he should be punished. And these are the two things. And then there will be a question. What question? Then how the Mu'tazila got such a conclusion of al-haram laysa birizqin, how they got? And here they bring two statements. And the first one, al-ilafatu ila Allah ta'ala la yakunu kabiha. There will be no such a bad attributing of something to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the second thing is la dhamma wala iqaba li murtaki ma ulifa ila Allah ta'ala. There will be no such a bad attributing of something. La dhamma wala iqaba li murtaki ma ulifa ila Allah ta'ala. There will be no blame or no more punishment for one's action which connect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And by these two statements, they got such a conclusion of al-haram laysa birizqin. Clear? Okay. Dears, now it's your turn to clear your doubts and ask me the question, please. MashaAllah, such a good question. Barakallahu fi ilmik. Kaifa yastahiqu dhamma wal iqaba fi murtaki ma ulifa ila Allah ta'ala. Then it's how it's possible to blame or punish someone whose action connects to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And its answer is mubashara. Our approachment towards something brings change in the matter. For example, I have this chocolate. What's your name? Fadlu. When Fadlu takes this chocolate without my permission, it will become haram. And if he asks me, I give him at the desire and my will, it will become halal. So our action and approachment towards something brings change in the matter. So you want to ask the question? Inshallah, please have this. May Allah bless you. So dears, I hope you guys got my class very informative. So let's meet in next class. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.